All right, hello everybody. It's me, Cullen, back with you today with another shave. Today we'll be using Stirling Soap's Piacenza. This is another great offering brought to you by the great folks over at Stirling, Rod and Mandy. I believe their last name is pronounced Levin. I ordered this after I got Campania. I'm hoping this would be another banger for me. Honestly, I'm not sure if it is. I think it may be a little too floral for me. There's times when I use it that it really is kind of a turnoff. But then there's later on, I'll smell it as it dries down and through the day, and I'll be like, well, that's really a good scent. So maybe it's just certain notes are more prominent at certain times with me. Today's blade, I'll be using the Gillette Nasset. Today's brush will be Lowborn Supply with a 26mm fan knot that I have gelled. These are some great brushes. I really wish he was still making them, but apparently he is no longer making brushes. I'll be using the Lupo DLC once again, diamond light coating. Wanted to use something a little less aggressive today because yesterday I really should have stopped that shave and changed blades mid-shave because that blade was done and it really tore up my face and irritated it pretty bad. But that's today's lineup, and let's get on with the shave. And for afterwards, I'll be using the Piacenza aftershave, and I'll be using my witch hazel water, my oil and stuff, which reminds me, going to get that out so I don't forget it. This is what I use, and then I use this oil with it also. Sorry, the light's kind of glaring there. I don't know, trying to get the camera to, sorry, this light's a little much here, isn't it? Anyways, I used to have one bottle that was 4 ounces, and it was a mix of oil and the hyaluronic acid. But that bottle, the cap broke on and it all leaked out when I moved. But let's get on with the shave. I'll be using just plain old good old-fashioned H2O to wet the face with. And let's get to lathering. This is definitely a floral soap. And I don't care for florals. To me, they usually smell too much like soap, like a bar of Dove soap or something. This knot is just so, the tips are nice and soft, not gooey. But the hairs, I didn't gel it through. Just the tips. So it still has some decent scrub to it. I generally don't face lather just because I'm not good at it. After my face shave, I'm going to shave my head, but I will edit all that out. the DLC Lupo Razorock last night. Did a live on Lathering Blade. Using his DLC Lupo. And he used the Ariana and Evans Vita soap. Which originally, which he did the label for. As you all know, he does a lot of labels for different artisans. Southern Witchcraft. My mind just went blank. Who else? Y'all know who else. Ariana and Evans. But I needed to use a razor that wasn't so blade feely today. Yesterday's shave, I think I miscounted shaves on that blade, and I think it was really done already. When I did my second pass, I knew it wasn't feeling right, but I should have gone ahead and switched it out, but being a hard head, I didn't, and it really tore my face up. Got some nicks on my chin, partly because I normally don't shave against the grain there, but the blade just wasn't cutting it like it usually does, which if I were smart I would have just changed it out, but like I said, with being a hard head, and so it gave me some weepers. But to me, this is a fantastic razor. It's efficient. It has some blade feel, not really much. Depending on your angle. And of course a blade. But this soap, because I'm shaving, it's just really not my thing. I know everybody's nose is different and everybody picks up different scents, different notes that are in the soap. But to me, this is like shaving with a high quality Arco. That's what I smell. It's just a plain soap smell. You know, it's a clean soap smell. But I enjoy wet shaving because there's scents out there that don't smell like I'm shaving with ivory soap. And to me, that's what I get off this, is just a real clean, soapy floral. Maybe that's what it's supposed to smell like, but you know, I'm not big on florals at all. The performance is great because it's Stirling. I think on Razorock came out with the Lupo .72 and the .95. They should have just brought this back and then brought a .95 version. I had the Lupo 72, and to me, it was far too mild. And to me, it was not efficient. Whereas this has good efficiency. You could come at it at an angle like I do, where you get blade feel, or you could you can ride the cap a little more. Not get blade feel. And I know a lot of y'all probably, you know, when I shave, you hear me. I don't ever go up on my cheeks. That's against the grain. When I do, my face gets super irritated, so I always just go across the grain, 2 different directions. The only part of my face that goes against the grain is along my jawline, because my hair grows from my left to right. And then my neck follows that, so. And so I don't ever go for a BBS. I just go for a DFS, a darn fine shave. But let me get my face rinsed off. I'm gonna shave my head. and then I'll be back with the cleanup, afterthoughts, and all that. And we're back. Well, that's the end of our shave. I finished my head shave, cleaning up as usual. I followed up my shave with rinsing with warm water, cold water, the noggin also, witch hazel. On my head, I also use alum because I always make myself bleed, and it's still bleeding back there where I hit one of my scars pretty good. Today we use Stirling soap Piacenza, which is definitely a floral scent. I prefer the splash smells. Not as floral to me. It has more of the sweeter notes that the soap says it has in it, that all I get is floral. It smells like just like a clean soap smell. Gotta love that alcohol burn. Get on that scar back there. Whew. All right, well, that Gillette acid is definitely one of my favorite blades. If you haven't used it, I would highly recommend you using it. But today we use a Pereira shave bowl, which I've put my Smiles for Miles sticker on. He makes some great brushes. I also have my Moon Soaps sticker on here. My Lupo DLC with a fresh acid, and my Lowborn supply with a 26mm super high density fan knot that I gelled. It's been a great shave. As y'all know, Stirling soaps make a great product, as does Razorock. And I have the Lupo 0.95 also. That's another great razor. I think tomorrow we'll go old school Razorock. How's that? This is called the Slab. Shave like a boss. But I've decided to name it the Slap. You shave like a pimp. Because this thing, I don't know if you can see the blade gap on that, but this thing is a friggin' beast. I messaged Razorock and asked them if they had anything similar to that in their new offerings. They said the Lupo 0.95. I don't think it's anywhere close to that. That thing is an absolute friggin' monster. But it's such a good shaver. Yes, it does have blade feel, but it's comfortable. It's very efficient, but we'll get into that tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in today for another great shave with me, Cullen, your host at Pelagic Shaves. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to. And take care, be safe, and more importantly, God bless.